Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Catalyzing Conversations 2021. The theme for this year's event is the multiplier effect. I am Furora Piafi, an entrepreneur selection and growth manager at Endeavor Nigeria. The hashtags for today's event are hashtag Catalyzing Conversations or hashtag CC 2021. And our social media handle is at Endeavor Nigeria. Catalyzing Conversations 2021 is the third edition of Endeavor Nigeria's annual Scale-Up Entrepreneurship Summit. Endeavor is a global organization leading the high-impact entrepreneurship movement to drive economic growth and job creation. We select, mentor, and accelerate high-impact entrepreneurs around the world. To date, Endeavor has over 2,100 founders leading over 1,000 scale-up companies. These companies generated over $28 billion in revenue last year and have created over 4.1 million jobs globally.
Speak like you speak on that day. Don't speak with your low tone, like talk.
On that.
Project, sorry.
It's not that I'm trying.
Project.
Sure. Okay. Endeavor is currently in 40 markets around the world. Endeavor was launched in Nigeria in February 2018 and currently supports 24 high-impact entrepreneurs leading 13 scale-up companies. They are Paga, T-Mapped, 54 Gene, Film House Group, Helium Health, Carbon, Flutterwave, Cover 360, Trade Depot, Daystar Power, Migo, and AutoCheck. For today's summit, we have an exciting lineup of speakers. On the agenda, we have a keynote address, 4 fireside chats, 3 TED-style talks, and closing remarks from the chairman of the Endeavor Nigeria board. Before we start the first session, I'll spend the next few minutes walking you through our broadcast platform for today, Accel Events. For additional information, please take a look at the digital brochure which you received via email. For the best experience of today's summit, please use Chrome browser on a mobile phone or computer. This is the main stage for today's event. All the sessions will be held here. On your screen, you should see 3 tabs to your left. The tabs are Main Stage, Expo Booths, and People. As mentioned previously, all fireside chats and TED-style talks will be held at the main stage. Using the Expo Booths tab, you can view content from our sponsors, Chapel Hill Denim, Stanbic IBTC Holdings, and VFD Group. The People tab can be used for networking. You can connect with people and have private conversations. On the right, we will be using the chat and Q&A tabs. The chat tab is where you will see all important notifications from the Endeavor team. Please use the Q&A tab to send questions to the speakers during the fireside chats. Today's event will run until about 3 p.m. At the end of the summit, you will receive a 1-minute survey to get your feedback on today's events. We will now start with a short video highlighting some of the inspiring achievements by our entrepreneurs in the year 2020. A truly inspiring year our entrepreneurs had in the year 2020. And now, to set the tone for today's events, we will now listen to the welcome address by Tosin Fanirodada, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Endeavor Nigeria.
Good morning. Welcome to the third edition of Catalyzing Conversations, Endeavor Nigeria's annual Scale Up Entrepreneurship Summit. My name is Tosin Fanirodada, Managing Director and CEO of Endeavor Nigeria, and I am really excited to have you here with us today. Our aim for Catalyzing Conversations is to spread the mission of high-impact entrepreneurship, illustrating why entrepreneurs who dream big, scale up, and pay it forward are critical for long-term economic transformation. By driving a culture of entrepreneurial leadership and inspiring a generation of high-impact entrepreneurs, we hope to catalyze the powerful multiplier effects that shift economies from the ground up. Due to the pandemic, we've had to make this year's event a virtual one. Still, we have put together an immersive experience and convened some of the boldest and most exciting entrepreneurs from Europe, South America, Asia, and Africa to discuss and expand on a wide range of topics important to boosting socioeconomic transformation. This year's summit theme is the multiplier effect. Since we made the announcement a few weeks ago, several people have asked me, what do you mean by the multiplier effect, and how does it apply to the tech ecosystem in Nigeria? I will explain what the multiplier effect is shortly. But before I do so, I would like to take you through the thinking that inspired this year's theme. Those of you who are familiar with Silicon Valley would have heard of the PayPal Mafia, a group of former PayPal employees who worked at the global payment giant at various stages before founding some of the biggest technology companies in the world. The PayPal Mafia includes Elon Musk, founder of Tesla, SpaceX, and other companies, Steve Chen and Chad Hurley, co-founders of YouTube, Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn, and many other founders and investors who played critical roles in the Silicon Valley ecosystem.
Thank you, Tosin, for setting the tone for Catalyzing Conversations 2021. The theme of the day, the multiplier effect, speaks directly to the work that we do at Endeavor, where we encourage entrepreneurs to dream big, scale up, and pay it forward to drive long-term economic growth and transformation. Now, to get insights of the multiplier effect in action, we will start our first fireside chat for today. This session is a conversation between Ife Ayodele, the co-founder and chief growth officer of Kobo 360, Gaurav Biswas, the founder and chief executive officer of Trucker, Andreata Muforo, a partner at TLCom Capital. They'll be having a conversation on the topic, the transformational power of technology, creating value in the logistics and supply chain ecosystem. Ife and Gaurav are both Endeavor entrepreneurs. Ife drives growth at Kobo, a global e-logistics technology platform connecting and advancing cargo across Africa and beyond. Gaurav leads Trucker, a digital freight network that integrates demand and supply for land freight services. Trucker was founded in the UAE and serves the Middle East and Northern African regions. Andreata leads investment in early to growth stage tech-enabled businesses in Africa at TLCom Capital. Andreata is an Endeavor mentor and also serves as a board member on a number of companies led by Endeavor entrepreneurs. Over to you, Andreata. A digital freight network that integrates Thank you, Ife, Gaurav, and Andreata. Quotes, quotes, more quotes.
I'm trying to miss something. To go.
I was gonna say, yeah. Thank you for your time. We will be starting the next section now. You can drop off. Okay.
So the please drop off. She's if people drop off. She's sharing screen. So
Next on the agenda is our first TED-style talk for today by Tito Ovia, the co-founder and head of public sector growth of Helium Health. Helium Health is on a mission to accelerate Africa's transition to technology and data-driven. Helium Health is on a mission to accelerate Africa's transition to a technology and data-driven healthcare sector. Tito is an Endeavor entrepreneur, and she'll be sharing on the topic how technology can close Africa's healthcare gap. The video will start shortly. If you missed the keynote address at the start of the event, all videos from today's event will be available on our YouTube channel, Endeavor Nigeria, after the event.
Hello, my name is Cc Oct, and I am the co-founder and head of public sector growth at Helium Health. We are a fast-growing health tech company out of Nigeria that is using technology to bridge the healthcare gap across Africa and emerging markets. African healthcare is in a delicate situation. Throughout the continent, there are more locally born physicians residing outside their countries than in them. It costs us between $20,000 and $60,000 over a 7-year period to train a medical doctor. Over the last decade, the brain drain has cost us an additional $2 billion. Never mind medical tourism that costs a country like Nigeria $1 billion a year. All this means is that you and I have to suffer through poor healthcare services. How can we fix this? What can we do about it? To answer these
Thanks, Tito, for an insightful video. The highlight for me was, while Africa's healthcare sector is in a delicate situation, there's an opportunity for data-driven technology solutions to aid planning and fighting against disease outbreaks. Helium Health is playing an important role in building the digital infrastructure that will power world-class healthcare services across emerging markets. Our next fireside chat is on the entrepreneurial journey, taking the road less traveled. The conversation will be between Odunayo Eweniyi, the co-founder and chief operating officer of Piggyvest, Babs Ogundeyi, co-founder and CEO of Kuda, and Mr. Bolaji Balogun, the founder and chief executive officer of Chapel Hill Denham, vice chairman of the Endeavor Nigeria board, and a keen investor in the startup ecosystem. Odunayo leads Piggyvest, and at Piggyvest, they're on a mission to power what? They're on a mission to give everyone the power to better manage and grow their finances. Babs leads Kuda, a digital-led financial institution on a mission to make financial services more affordable, accessible, and rewarding for every African. BB leads Chapel Hill Denham. Chapel Hill Denham is Nigeria's leading investment bank and leading alternatives investment manager with funds in infrastructure, real estate, and SMEs. Over to you, Vivi. They're on a mission to give everyone
Hi, BB. Can you hear us? All right, just testing out the sound. Okay, we can see that photo is still here, but we can't see her on the big screen. Okay.
We don't need her on screen. Why are you on mute still?
The lag. Can you hear us?
Thank you, Odun, Babs, and BB for the conversation. Quotes, quotes, more quotes. Thank you for your time. We will now be starting the next session. You can drop off. Now, we will watch the second TED-style talk for today by Yanmo Omorigbe, the co-founder and chief operating officer of Bamboo. Her topic, Invest Now, the bills are never going to stop coming. Bamboo is an investment platform that is unlocking the limitless potential of global markets for Africans by providing real-time access to dollar-denominated investments right from their mobile phones or computers. The video will start shortly.
I want to tell you about Mary. Mary is a software engineer in Lagos, Nigeria, who used to earn 350,000 naira a month at her last job. That's about $700, and felt like she was living paycheck to paycheck with just enough money to cover her essentials. She had done the math and calculated that if she tripled her income to $2,000 a month, she would finally feel rich and have enough money to do all the fancy things she wanted to do. Then 10 months ago, fortune smiled upon Mary, and she got a new job with an international client paying her almost $5,000 a month, more than double her target income. But then the craziest thing seems to be happening. Mary still doesn't feel rich. She seems to need every dollar of her current $5,000 income to maintain her lifestyle, which she doesn't think is expensive. What's happening to Mary is Parkinson's law in action. Parkinson's law says that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion.
Thanks, Yanmo, for the video. An interesting point made was spending meets short-term goals, saving meets medium-term goals, and investing takes care of the future. Ultimately, we can all be investors, and we should probably all be investors. Thanks again, Yanmo. Our next fireside chat will be with Tosin Enyolorunda, the founder and chief executive officer of Timapt, Pedro Conrad, co-founder and chief executive officer of Neon, and Justin Norman, founder of The Flip. They will be discussing a vision of financial freedom for emerging and frontier markets. Tosin leads Timapt, a financial software company focused on building solutions for businesses and individuals to manage their money. Pedro leads Neon, a Brazilian fintech company with a mission to unite technology and design to simplify people's financial experience. Tosin and Pedro are Endeavor entrepreneurs. Justin is the founder of The Flip, a podcast and newsletter exploring relevant insights from entrepreneurs changing the status quo in Africa. He is also an investor in Rallycat Ventures, an angel community investing in emerging markets fintech. Over to you, Justin. Thank you, Tosin, Pedro, and Justin for the conversation. Quotes, more quotes, many more quotes. And then thank you again for your time. We will now be starting the next session. You can drop off. Just before the last fireside chat for today, we will now watch the third and final TED-style talk by Tomilola Majekudumi, the co-founder and chief executive officer of Bankly. She will be discussing financial inclusion, the search for alpha and impact. Bankly is meeting the needs of the financially excluded by providing personal and technological touch points they require to digitize their cash and grow their income. Tomi is a part of the first cohort of the Endeavor Nigeria Scale-Up Program. The Scale-Up Program is an accelerator program for the next generation of high-impact entrepreneurs in Nigeria. Through the program, Endeavor is providing 4 startups with access to mentorship, capital, and a strong peer network of high-impact entrepreneurs who have scaled their businesses. Tomi's TED Talk will start shortly.
I grew up in Ogba, a low-income suburb in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. During a recent drive through the neighborhood, I visited a local shop I used to frequent. Not much seemed to have changed in over 8 years. No growth, no expansion. Sharing my thoughts with the owner, Bosse, she didn't miss the chance to onboarding and share her challenges with respect to accessing capital to grow a business, and when she does, it is from local informal lenders with rates as high as 60% per annum, making growth impossible. Now look around you. You will find millions of Bosse, stagnated and unable to grow, being in a constant state of frustration and poverty. 90% of transactions in Nigeria is in cash. This cash-driven behavior excludes them from accessing useful financial products that can increase productivity, drive economic growth.
Thanks, Tomi, for sharing. Providing access to personal and technological touchpoints is the first step towards financial inclusion. There is work to be done to educate people about the benefits of financial services products, which can boost their productivity and earning power. We are excited about the journey that Tomi and her team are embarking on at Bankly. The final fireside chat for today, the topic, raising a unicorn, the journey from startup to unicorn. This conversation is between Ife Orioke, the Chief Commercial Officer of Flutterwave, Adolfo Babat Torres, the Founder and Chief Executive Officer of Clip, and Yinka Adigoke, the Editor for Strategic Initiatives at Rest of World. Ife is an Endeavor entrepreneur, and he's responsible for the overall financial and commercial strategy and direction at Flutterwave. Flutterwave is a payments technology company that helps businesses all over the world expand their operations in Africa and other emerging markets. Adolfo is also an Endeavor entrepreneur, and Adolfo leads Clip. Clip is Mexico's leading solution for small and medium businesses to accept digital payments. And now to Yinka. Yinka is the editor for Strategic Initiatives at Rest of World, a publication that covers the impact and influence of technology on people, businesses, and economies in emerging markets. Over to you, Yinka.
Victoria's eyes are down. Like she's not speaking. Has it just me that noticed it? She's not
Maybe it's the
Yeah,
camera
speaking to
angle.
the camera.
Yeah.
Her eyes are, it's like you can tell she's reading. So
My raised laptop.
yeah.
Let's test that out.
Oh, yes. It's
Is
sweet.
your laptop raised?
Yeah,
Okay. And your eyes are
down.
down, yeah.
Okay.
So I can tell that you're reading. I need your eyes to be looking at the camera.
Okay.
So maybe
So this is supposed to be further away
Maybe it's the camera
on the
angle.
day.
let's see.
Yeah, it's supposed to be further away, and I'm supposed to use a mouse.
My raised laptop.
A mouse.
Yeah, but Bankole
It's bringing that. All right,
so
so
I'll try from
just
here.
try and just say whatever. Just so I can see
Sure.
your eyes.
Yeah. Thank you, Ife, Adolfo, and Yinka. Quotes, many quotes, more quotes. Thank you for your time. We will be starting the next session now. You can drop off. The last thing on today's agenda is the closing remarks by Mr. Tedo Peterside, CON, the chairman of the Endeavor Nigeria board and founder ANAP Business Jets.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us for this year's Catalyzing Conversations. I'm sure you've had an enriching experience and learned why the multiplier effect is crucial to economic growth. I would like to especially thank our sponsors, Chapel Hill Denham, Stanbic IBTC Holdings, and VFD Group. I would also like to thank our Endeavor entrepreneurs, Pedro Conrade, Adolfo Babat Torres, and Gaurav Biswas, for joining us today, irrespective of their time zones. Thank you to the Nigerian entrepreneurs, Tito Ovia, Tosi, and Eniola Runda, Ife Orioke, Ife Oyedele, and of course, Bolaji Balogun, Vice Chairman of Endeavor Nigeria Board, and all the other special speakers for your time and insightful sessions. Thank you to our media and ecosystem partners for supporting this event. Thank you to all our guests who dialed in from all over the world, our mentors and board members.
Thank you for being a part of Catalyzing Conversations 2021. We truly hope you've had an enriching experience. Before we close out, we would like to update you on a few things to look forward to from Endeavor Nigeria in the next couple of weeks. One, Endeavor Connect Africa. I need to work out the language for that. And then on the, what's the date? Oh yeah, okay. On the 18th of November, 2021, we will be having our last Thinking Big session for the year with our the Endeavor Nigeria Board Vice Chairman, Mr. Bolaji Balogun, and he'll be speaking on the art of deal making. Thank you once again for joining us. Just a reminder that all sessions will be available on the Endeavor Nigeria YouTube channel tomorrow. To keep up with what we do at Endeavor, please follow us on all social at Endeavor Nigeria. Remember to dream big, scale up, and pay it forward.